No. Okay. As much as I like variety, you can't be up there. You can't be up there creating feminies and spreading your stuff, because you can catch something and then you done infected the whole population. I'm not a zombie.
Okay, I got you. Well, I'm gonna slide it on over to my favorite first cousin.
What was the question again?
The question is, you ever had a one-night stand, cousin?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. No, I was a virgin when I met my wife, and she's the only woman I've ever been with.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. All right. Ladies.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna come on home to some of the ladies. Ladies, is there any lady on the panel here that would like to share if they've had a one-night stand? Ooh, I don't hear no ching ching. Okay then. Well, I guess none of the ladies has ever had a one-night stand. I'm gonna go on to the next question.
They don't want to tell us.
They don't want to tell us what that is.
Okay, listen, this question is going to be, I'm going to start this question off, and the very first person I'm going to ask this to will be Veronica. What is the most sexual thought you've ever had about a total stranger? Veronica?
Yeah, I want to know this.
What's the question?
What is your most sexual thought that you've ever had about a stranger?
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable answering that.
Before you answer,
pass on that.
Is this before she got married?
Thank you for the opportunity, but I'm gonna pass on that one.
Boy, that's a smart girl there, boy. I keep telling everybody. Boy, look at you.
Okay. So, Nikki, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the most sexual thought you've ever had about a total stranger?
A striptease.
You were at a striptease and you had a thought, or you saw someone?
No, I would want my thought would be, I wish the guy would do a striptease in front of me.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, I'm going to bring that on home to Sister Marianne. Sister Marianne, the question is, what is the most sexual thought you've ever had about a total stranger? Now, remember, these questions didn't come from Dr. Fabulous.
Okay, that's fine. Listen. Okay. I mean, it's a lot, though. I mean, you can't just, what?
Well, just give us one of them then, if you had several.
You sure? Okay. Okay. I had to use the bathroom, right? And I had been drinking. We was out on the night, partying and stuff, right? So I just walked into the bathroom with the guy, right? I was like, I really have to use the bathroom. Like, I'm sorry, I have to use the bathroom. So he was washing his hands at the sink. I was using the bathroom. So I'm looking at him, he looking at me, and I'm like, his lips look juicy. Like, if I could just get bent over right now in this bathroom, but I don't want to seem like a hoe. But
blame it on alcohol.
If I could just get bent over by this sink, I'll be fine. But we exchanged numbers and it went from there. Don't judge me, guys.
We won't. Okay. I'm going to come on over here to Brother Anson, because I know Anson want to tell me about it. I know he didn't have a thought about a stranger.
Oh, the most sexual thought is, what does she feel like? I wonder.
Okay, all right.
Yes, I'm kind of straightforward like that.
So let me ask you, these thoughts are people that you're just passing in the street, or if it's somebody that's on your job?
I mean, I work in retail, so I see a whole bunch of people every day.
At the job.
So whoever, it's plenty of times where someone walked through that door and be like, well, damn, she look good. I wonder what she feel like.
Gotcha.
Maybe I could bend her over by the sink.
Okay, all right. Okay, moving right along. Is there anyone else that would like to share their thoughts on this?
Yes, Dr.
I knew Mr. Malik wanted to share. Come on, Mr. Malik. Tell me your thoughts.
Well, here's the thing about it. Dr. Fabulous. I know a lot of times I get a lot of comments, requests, even from, the show that me and you do on Friday nights. A lot of people think I'm kind of wild and crazy, but I'm really, I am a teddy bear, but I could be a grizzly bear, all right? But here's the thing, getting back to the script, which is this right here. I have thoughts all the time. I mean, I got it bad, man, because even looking at TV, I may be with my mate and I let her know this particular show, man, I like that girl right there. I know I can't get to her, and she even knows that. But just the fantasy of it, just like, wow, she's. I let the girl know that I'm with that. She's what I like that girl right there. You know what I mean? So this is something that is open, and I think you got to have that, which is good to help your relationship grow. And it also just lets her know that you're being honest and straightforward. So you know I got thoughts and fantasies, even if I look at people on TV and talk about it. So yeah, and every man, like you said, I understand married people can't speak their mind like that. I ain't married, so I can be real and straight up with you. So yeah, the main thing is we all do as single men. We all got our fantasies, you know what I mean? Things that we like to do and enjoy doing, and even the people that we enjoy doing them with, because like ice cream, everybody got they flavor, butter pecan, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. So everybody like what they like. And when you like what you like, you're gonna have fantasies. And that's what I gotta say about that for sure.
Well, all right. Well, I'm glad. But first cousin and Dr. Feelgood, I know how to tame that Grizzly Adam, because he have all them kind of thoughts. I have to put him in check. Go on with your little thoughts, and Anywho, now I'm gonna come on over to Miss Patrice. Come on, Miss Patrice. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. I know you got something for Dr. Fabulous.
Okay, well, I totally wasn't right there with that one. Thoughts. Dungeon action for one.
Oh man.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
All righty then.
Yeah, dungeon action, preferably the spike wall. And for those who don't know, look it up. But
you saw SM. Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
They clowned. Okay, ladies. Well, okay, thank you. I can. Is there anyone else that would like to answer that question for Dr. Fabulous before I move on to this last and final question from the Black Tigress?
Just what does she feel like? Use your imagination. That's a thought.
All right, now this last and final question. And I don't know how to present this because I'm definitely not going to ask Veronica this question. I'm going to just put it out there. The last and final question from the Black Tigress is, how do you prefer your partner to be groomed down there? Down there meaning their private area. And I'm going to turn that over to some men because, I'm going to just put it on back on the board. Come on, Malik, give your answer.
Well, I would admit that, I dated women that groom it all. But me personally, I like a little runway. I like some hair. You know what I mean? Me personally, now I can't speak for other guys. And so that's what I like. And yeah, that's what I enjoy too. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what I got to say on that note.
Okay. All right. Is there anyone, because I'm not going to put any ladies on the spot with that. But if you feel, if you feel you want to jump in and answer it, go on, Miss Marianne, answer the question. You threw that hand up real quick.
So I feel like, okay, this is just me, right? Some hair is fine because it is we have pheromones in it, right? So it attracts the guys, like, okay, come closer. And then it establishes womanhood, you know, you're not bald, you know, all this pedophilia crap. Hair is good, you know. I could do a landing strip, I could trim it up, I could do bikini wax, but that Brazilian wax, nah, because we ain't slipping and slide. We need a little friction, just a little bit.
Okay, Sister Marianne.
What about some razor stubble?
Mr. Feelgood.
No.
I agree. Can't do no ball down there. No, ain't none of that. You gotta have a landing strip. I done seen all different types of designs, arrows and zigzags and whatever. You know,
I can't have no dang on Angela Davis bush.
Did you say Jesus hands answers?
What?
Did you say Jesus hands answer?
I've seen a whole bunch of different designs down there.
But specifically, did you say Jesus hands?
No, I didn't. I did say Jesus hands.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Jesus hands.
No, I've seen arrows pointing to the destination. I've seen landing strips, and I've seen.
Well, you've been around, Anson. You've been around.
Y'all thought I was bad.
Hey, you sure he ain't a gynecologist?
This is the same person
so
with just different designs.
I even had one woman I was with. She wanted me to shave her. I told her no, I didn't. I just took her instead of shave her. So
you had a particular design in mind when you took her.
Well, she wanted a clean plate. She wants you to eat off a clean plate.
No, I wouldn't finish. No, I ain't doing that. No, I don't like. I don't like it being bald down there. I'm not a child, and I don't want to even imagine that type of ordeal going on. No, gotta be some.
You don't want to feel like what's the man in jail now? What's his name? The singer.
R. Kelly.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't talk about R. Kelly now. Wait a minute. We're not going to talk about R. Kelly.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about him. Leave him alone. He's been framed. I am sticking to that.
All right. If you've been framed. Okay, Dr. Feelgood, you have your hand up. You're muted.
My bad. Got to be smarter than the equipment. I say like this. I'm just happy to be in the ballpark. If it got a little grass on it, that's all right. Scorched earth, I'm with it. I don't be getting it enough to be like, yo. But when I'm in it, I'm in it. I got a PhD in collingual arts, and I am not afraid to use it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of the jungle down there neither. No.
Yeah, but you can't look like Pam Grier in the 70s though.
No afros down there. Can't have no afro puff. No thanks.
Okay. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna give this back to my cousin Bobbie G. I will have to tell the Black Tigress that she sent in some questions this evening was just okay.
Okay. All right. For those who just logged in, please make sure you look at the chat box so you can get our email, upscalelove4you@gmail.com. That's upscalelove, the number 4, letter U @gmail.com. Now we're going to turn the questions over to Dr. Feelgood. Come on and talk to us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dr. Feelgood, the man that brings the wood, the man that you might say you shouldn't, but you always should. Here, my first question is, ladies, can you successfully sell yourself? Sales pitch. You ever heard the elevator pitch where you got 30 to 60 seconds to talk to a person that you want to get the decision from? Can you successfully sell yourself to the man you want? There's a man got an open position. Can you sell yourself to get that position? I'm so go on, Dr. Fab. I know you got lots to say.
Oh, well, not necessarily.
I'll let your boy.
Listen. I don't have to sell myself because once we go on that first little date, I have a mesmerized. So as far as selling, I don't have to do a lot of talking.
Or they always come back, huh?
Oh. Around the finger. Yeah. I'm gonna send that to someone else.
All right, Miss Patrice, sell yourself.
Oh, okay.
I'm what you want. Sell yourself.
You talk about being caught so off guard. Because I was still working on something else. Okay. What do you describe as the woman of your dreams? I want to be her, but not just in the physical, but in your mental space and everything in between. Let's take a moment. Let's grab a cup of tea and let's connect.
Okay. So tell me, why do you want the position?
I don't need to be in any position. I need to be in the promised land. The goal is, are you that land I need to seek?
Well, you coming to me. So, hey, tell me, what can you bring to enhance my life and my purpose?
Intelligent conversation, intelligent conversation, wisdom, and everything in between.
Why thank you, Miss Patrice. I'll have my people contact your people.
Okay.
Miss White, sell yourself to me. You coming to Feelgood Incorporated. You want the position? Pitch it to me.
Oh, me?
Miss Marlena.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hey, can you do a good job of selling yourself? Give me your elevator pitch. You want to get on my team.
Come back to me. Let me get myself together.
Oh, don't come to me. I gotta believe it first. I can't play the game.
Look, you already off the market. I ain't even talking. You already off the market. So I
gotta really want the job. I don't want it.
She say, I'm passing on that.
Yeah, hey, she got a job. She already got a job.
I know. That's what I said. She taking like a candy from a kid, you know.
That's right.
She took.
That's right. I can't even play the game.
But the thing is, and the reason I asked that question is that, you know, when you even in relationships, building relationships, you got to learn how to sell yourself, because who knows you better than you? Would you buy a car from me if you saw me driving a Toyota and I sold Fords?
So we do that.
So, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Ladies, if you want something, you got to sell yourself. And I don't mean itchy kitchy ya ya da da.
You gotta feel good. You wrong for that. Ain't nobody gotta sell them.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Wait, I want to play devil's advocate.
All right.
Haven't we all been taught that the men should be the hunter and the women should be hunted?
Yeah.
The
man is a man. What they say, Proverbs said, is a man who finds a wife, finds a good thing.
Exactly.
You gotta find the wife. So you're gonna seriously vet.
Dr. Feelgood, ain't nobody gonna sit there. Ain't nobody finna sit across the table and sell themselves like that.
Exactly, especially not me, because if you calling to take me out, You want the prize
You
already.
taking me out. I ain't taking you out.
Oh, okay. Well,
Girl,
we ain't going.
You better recognize.
We ain't going.
Oh, so
Brother
we having
Malik,
this conversation on the phone?
We on the phone, Dr. Feelgood.
No, just in general. Just in general.
But you're saying that a woman should sell themselves. Most of the time when you meet a person, you already have some form of chemistry, first of all. And
I've been in sales. I've been a recruiter. I got to go to people. I got to go to people and say, hey, get on my team. So you're selling, it's not on, what I'm saying is that you meet somebody at a Christmas party. You were invited by your friend and meet somebody at a Christmas party. You still got to sell yourself. Right. Even if it's not romantic.
Nah, no, you don't.
If he want me, he gonna make the first move. And then it's up to me to say, oh, okay, let me put him in my Rolodex. And that's what
are you still single?
No, honey.
No, I'm talking about Dr. Feelgood. I'm asking.
I thought you was talking about me.
Look, I am single, double, triple, and a home run. I'm all that.
It's because you can interview it.
I like that, boy.
Look, you can't ask that man that question on a forum like this. He don't want to reveal if he's single or not. You gotta let him know.
No, ain't nothing got to do with that. I'm just and I'm okay with that though. But my thing is that you got to look at how the situation is. To y'all, I'm selling myself now.
Okay.
You either believe me or you don't.
Okay.
We don't believe you.
Okay.
But that don't make it not true. But you see where I'm going with that? Am I making sense, ladies and gentlemen?
We got you.
No.
I ain't making no sense, Miss Veronica.
I think what he's trying to say is that in this world we live in today, you're not the only one, which is the main point.
You better go on over there to Malik and ask him. He got to pick the roses for the thorns from the roses and the so and so and so.
Well, if someone got to pick the roses, they might not want to have their hand pricked. Trying to
Mr. Malik, give him a little razzle dazzle. What you think? Should people sell themselves?
Of course they do, Dr. Feelgood. And what I learned in my time of travel is, I learned a lot of things, man. I'm telling you, I learned that let me get back to your question before I jump on that one. But I think, because it happened to me when I was in the club circuit real heavy, women used to see me, because I'm always, dressed to impress. I pose to be chosen, okay? So they always used to tell me that they thought I always had somebody. I never went to the club with a woman, but they always assume I had somebody. And a girl told me one time, she said, I've been watching you for years, and I want to talk to you. I told her, I said, why you ain't never let me know? You know what I mean? She said, I always thought you had somebody. So it goes back to what you saying. Say what you want, mean what you say. You don't have to, and I understand the theory, boy see girl, boy goes after girl. But still, times have changed. Remember the big old cell phones? Now they skinny. So that means times have changed. If a woman, if you see somebody you like, you might not see him again. Like say if you see somebody at Walmart or Kroger, you might not see this guy again. He getting out a nice car. Ain't got to be so much with the car. Don't get off track. But you see a nice gentleman, he in the supermarket, and he might be looking at, fruits and vegetables, and you in your buggy, you walking by, say good evening. You might not never see him again. You 50 years old now. You ain't seen him in 50 years. So say something. Don't be afraid.
Church finger.
Don't be able to say something. I mean, just good evening. How you doing? I like that shirt you're wearing, because I wear nice shirts and stuff. A lot of people give me compliments. And one thing I learned, Dr. Feelgood and Sir Bob, I hate to say it like this, but white women and white people give me a lot of compliments. And even if I'm with a queen, my date, they'll say, Miss Lady, your hair looks so beautiful. White folks give black folks compliments. A lot of black women, I don't know if y'all be hating on each other, but it just happened that way. I'm not saying all, just listen carefully. But I also learned, Mr. Bob, the best approach is no approach. I got a lot of women by not approaching.
Not saying a word.
The best approach is no approach.
That's the same thing with women. If you don't
But
say a word and you sitting there, you a real class act. They're gonna come over and
go ahead, Miss. Go ahead, Miss
anyway.
Patrice.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Miss
So
Patrice.
let me go back here for a second. I was taught that you're supposed to let the man seek out. In the midst of the seeking out, that's a part of him with the chase. A man don't want nothing that he got already got in the basket. You got to go and let him have something to experience, something to go after. So you trying to tell me y'all go fishing on the weekend and be like, okay, go ahead, fish, jump on in the boat. Where's the excitement? Where's the thrill? Y'all don't want that.
Only thing
Okay.
I'm saying,
I don't know. Sometimes, Miss Patrice, sometimes the fish up in the boat, you might get you a good old catfish.
yeah.
Okay.
You might get your
Or a
old
carp.
bass or something like that. You know, you ain't gonna throw that back.
But is that the way? Okay, so let me ask for those who are married on the platform, is that the way you pursued your spouse?
Absolutely not.
So then why would you want somebody else to go and be talking about pursuing you and all of this when that's not what you did for the one you decided to put a ring on?
Oh, I can answer that because this is upscale love for you. And this is where every conversation is on the table. We can come with ideas from all across the nation. So Mr. Malik can give his experience and I can give my experience. Dr. Feelgood can give his experience and we can all have a smile at the end of the day. Come on and talk.
Exactly.
I like that.
I appreciate it. That was a very
Exactly.
good market answer.
That's why he's a Kappa.
Upscale love, because we're here for you. Like that. I like that, cousin.
Hey, but seriously, I'm really enjoying the conversation. I love the liveliness and the activeness. But my next one is it's kind of a
has her hand up.
Oh, I thought I hit Miss Patrice.
No, Veronica.
Oh, I don't see. Go ahead, Miss V.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think that, you know, it's a difference between showing interest to somebody and actually selling yourself. You know, me coming up to somebody and saying, hey, you know, I think you're an attractive guy, or, you know, how are you doing? Or starting a conversation. I think that's a difference between that and, hey, my name is Veronica, and let me tell you about myself. You know, let me show you how I'm a good candidate. Like that's
true.
That's extreme.
That's true.
You know, and I just can't see myself. I see how women approach men and pursue a man, or, you know, show interest to somebody, but to sit there and actually convince him that I'm a good catch, that's a bit much.
That's and that's cool. That's cool. But I'm saying for the most part is that, you know, how do we as guys be able to separate you? You know,
date me. You date me. You would date the person that has an interest to you.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. But then you don't know, you get friend zone. Go on, Brother Anson. Got your hand up.
Well, I think the exercise is geared towards a woman's desire, not necessarily the man's desire, because this whole conversation has been about everyone's talking about the man chasing after the woman. Yeah, we know that. We all live in the same world. We know what the rules of engagement are. But he said, sell yourself to that Mr. Right, the one that you want. And what makes you different from anyone else? Because, I mean, I've had that happen several times before. I've had a woman sell herself, air quote, to me to get what she wants. And I think the purpose of the question was, what makes you different from another woman? Because everyone's going to sit up here and be confident in themselves. What makes you confident? That's the question at hand.
I would like to raise my hand.
Go ahead, Dr. Fab.
Okay. When you say sell yourself, now this is so funny that this question is here. All in college, my best friend was a guy. And I didn't want him for a boyfriend, but I didn't want him to be with nobody else. And that was the strangest thing for me. And when he started dating this young lady, it was like I didn't even know her to dislike her, but I didn't want him with her. And so because he started dating someone, I started dating someone. And he came to me and he was like, I'm upset. He said, all this time we've been friends and I wanted to date you and you act like you didn't want to date nobody. So I started dating so you would want me. So it's real crazy like that, you know? You sit back and hold on to the reality that this is my best friend. We can't cross the boundaries of best friendship. And then all of a sudden he started dating somebody, I started dating somebody, and I was really like, I can't stand her. And I ain't even know the girl. That was because I really care for him, like for a boyfriend, but I would never express it to him, and he would never. But in the end, we are still good friends to this day, you know. And he ended up marrying the girl. And I used to always say, "You married that girl that wore cheap shoes." I would just pick out. I just do anything to get underneath his skin about that girl. But like I say, we're still friends to the day. But he always said I was supposed to be his wife. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I missed out. So
you could have used him as your muse to sell yourself.
Well, people, we getting close to the end. So I'm gonna ask my last question.
Wait, I just want let me comment real quick on this last question. I was always taught to dress for the job that you want, not the job that
job you have, of course.
Now, for the people that are single and that are looking for a mate, you carry yourself. If you're a woman, you carry yourself. You are wanting to be a wife. You carry yourself as a wife would carry themselves. Men, if you're wanting to be a husband, you carry yourself as a husband. In a couple of our episodes before, we talked about dating. Do you date a woman to marry them, or should that already come in the package? And I think it was Anson saying, well, no, she paid for hers, I pay for mine. We both get full, we pay for what we eat, and that's that. Me personally, if I chose you to date you, I'm taking care of you because I'm dating you to marry you. Those are my intentions. Even to this day, my wife will tell you this from day one. When I stepped to her in the position of, I'm going to be your husband. I came clean with everything, and I'm going to date you to marry you because you are the one that I want to be with. And because I stepped to her, it was how she presented herself to me. We were actually in church and she had a certain look about her. And men, we can all attest to this. We know when we see the woman that we want. We all know it. It's just, what are we going to do to get next to that woman? Dr. Feelgood,
yeah,
on you.
That's true.
All right, my last question for the evening is, you always be around some people that don't assert themselves and they just energy vampires. They come in and they suck all the joy out the room, even if they suck at something else, but that's another story. What do you think about people that always say sorry all the time? If you raise your voice, they're like, I'm sorry. You said, or they start off their conversation with, I'm sorry, but how do you feel about that? My personal opinion, that I get pissed off. Cause I'm like, why are you acting so meek and like timid? There's a difference between being meek and being like, you ain't the lowest of the low. I'm not your master. I would like to be, but I'm not your master. Talk to me, Miss Nikki.
Okay. Somebody being meek. I would, just like you, I'd be pissed off. I will get far away from that person as possible. You're not gonna steal my joy.
Okay, following up, Miss Cheryl, same question to you. You there, Miss Cheryl?
I'm here. I had to take the mute button off. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. What do you think about people who say sorry all the time?
I think they need counseling, possibly. They need to do self-reflection. And if I'm not a counselor for you, then, I can love you from a distance. But that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work to try to convince people it's not always necessary to be in that mode.
All right, Miss White, since you messed my last question up, what's up with that? What about people saying I'm sorry?
Long as it's not a habit, that's fine. Just don't keep saying it over and over and over to annoy me.
I'm sorry. What about you, Brother Anson?
I typically don't pay them any attention. People who always are sorry, I don't pay them any mind. So if somebody say, I'm sorry, first question is why? And then their answer, I just don't pay attention. I just negate them as a person. I don't pay attention to them at all.
Man.
I feel you. First cuz.
Man, y'all are kind of harsh. I think it's I think it's situational. I think it depends on the conversation. I may, if I walk up to you and you might be in a conversation, I might say, hey man, I'm sorry for bothering you. Let's have a conversation about something. So I think it's just all situational if a person continues to say, I'm sorry. Now, if it's every 5 minutes that word comes out of their mouth, that's something different. But I think it's a form of respect. Depends on the situation.
I mean, in the context I use it is that it's like they get sort of childlike.
Oh, well, like, then that would be irritating.
Yeah, right. For example, hey, first cuz you ain't say that, you ain't say those words right. You mispronounced this word and that word. And then you come up, I'm sorry, I'll do that. I'll get better.
Yeah.
Dude, you a grown ass man.
Yeah.
Respond. That's one of my.
Yeah, from that perspective, yeah, that would be very irritating. Kind of hard to have a conversation with a person like that. And for me, it probably make me shy away from them. But again, I think it's still mostly situational.
Ignore them.
Before we close out, I want to hear from Mr. Malik.
Yes, sir, Mr. Feelgood. I got a different take on it a little bit. If a person's saying, a female anyway, is telling me she's sorry all the time or starting the conversation out like that, I'm thinking about low self-esteem. She's been hurt before, right. And she done lost something that she truly enjoyed and the love of her life, and she don't want to make a mistake no more. She's really like walking on eggshells. So I'm sorry. Right. So I kind of, that's what I'm getting from that. So it can be just like first cuz say, situational. Every situation is situational. So I would judge the individual who's saying that and trying to get into their mind like you would, Dr. Feelgood, to see the disability and turn them into reality. All right, there you go.
Nice.
Dr. Feelgood, you have a couple of hands raised. You have Miss Adrene, okay. Marianne.
All right, Miss Andrine, go ahead.
Yeah,
or the dream.
If someone is constantly saying they're sorry, I think that shows a level of kind of like insecurity. I think there's something going on there where you feel the need to be apologizing for whatever the situation is. So I would rather, I tend to shy away from those people as well. And that because I get to the point of, don't be sorry, just don't do it. So I think if it's something where you're just constantly saying you're sorry, it's a level of some type of insecurity going on or something you're trying to kind of gloss over or not deal with. So that's like your way or excusing.
Okay. Marianne?
Okay, I will have to agree with Mr. Malik and Miss Adrene. With an insecurity, that's what I was going to say. It's some type of form of insecurity. Remember, you are what you speak. If I say I am the S word, because I'm not, you say that, then that's what you are. Like, okay, I'm S and that, I'm S and that. You're speaking these things onto your life. These are curses that you're speaking onto yourself. So you always have to be careful what you say and how you say it. The frequency thereof of what you're putting out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Fab.
I had my hand up so I could tell you that the other people had their hands up.
Put your hand out, girl. Miss Dream, you got something else before I turn it over to the first cuz?
No, nothing else.
Appreciate everyone. I know this was I'm enjoying myself, but I'm gonna turn it over to the first cuz so he can close us out.
All right. Well, everyone, it's come to that hour where it's time to say goodnight. We want to thank everyone for logging on tonight, to sharing this hour and a half with us, having good conversation, tantalizing talk with a grown folk appeal to it. Please remember to invite someone. We will be back on next Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Next Thursday at 8:30 p.m. This is the holiday season. So please, if you can, think of someone who is less fortunate than you. Think of someone that is less fortunate than you. Christmas is not about receiving gifts. If you have the ability to give to someone, to do something for someone, to put a smile on someone's face, I challenge you to do that. Do something for someone else this Christmas season. Jobs have been lost. Families have been broken. COVID-19 has caused havoc amongst all people in every community. People have lost a lot. So if you can do anything extra this Christmas season, make it happen for someone else who may be less fortunate than you. You never know what change you can make in a person's life if you just did something a little extra. And I'm not talking just from a monetary standpoint. You can buy some food. You can take someone who's in a situation, even maybe someone on a personal standpoint that you know. Do something for someone. That's from my heart to your heart, coming from Upscale Love for you. So with that being said, stay safe, stay positive, and please stay upscale for love. Y'all have a great night.
Good night.
Malik.
Good night.
Yeah,
Come
baby.
on, talk to us, baby. What we doing tomorrow?
You know we